Would you like to know one of the main reasons you may keep reliving the same negative circumstances over and over and over again? It's because you think that words are just communication and you're not aware that words are commands. Let me explain. Let's say that you got a divorce. Every time you think of your ex or every time you think of you being in a relationship, you think of the fact that relationships don't last and that you are bad at relationships. Or recently, I think I heard J-Lo say that she doesn't feel that she's ever been loved the way she needs to be loved. So you make up a negative story about yourself, and every time you see yourself in these scenarios, you think of a negative experience. So what you're telling your brain is that you are still this person. You are still a person that can't keep a good relationship. You're still the person that can't hold on to love and can't hold on to a happy relationship. So your brain doesn't look at it as being past tense. It looks as it being present tense. So what you want to do instead is every time you think of yourself being in a relationship, say, I remember when I used to be in bad relationships. I remember when I could never be loved the way I needed to be loved. I remember when I didn't have complete, whole, loving, supportive relationships. When you look at it as I remember when, you're telling your brain that it is old news. Because if you don't say I remember when, and you just think of those old scenarios and you feel bad as you think on them, it's telling your brain that it's present tense because those negative feelings that you feel like they're happening right now in the present. So your brain doesn't know the difference. So you have to say to yourself, man, I remember when I used to struggle in relationships. I remember when I used to struggle with money. I remember when I didn't know my purpose. I remember when I was unhealthy. I remember when I was overweight. So whenever you think of that negative scenario, always think of it in terms of I remember when. Never just take your current emotions and start thinking of it and connect it to the present and think, man, I'm not good at relationships. Man, I'm not good with money. Man, I'm not good at eating. Man, I'm not good at losing weight. Man, I'm not good at living a life of my dreams. You never want to connect that scenario with the present. The only thing you want to think of in the present is, I remember when I used to struggle with XYZ. Now I no longer struggle with that. Now I am set free. Now I am choosing a different path. Now I am excited about life. Now I am in a beautiful, loving relationship. Now I am on the trajectory to having the body of my dreams. Now always needs to be connected to the best